Remember to use the handles and not jump in order to protect yourself from any injury. And now, the general inspection and the checking of the gauges. We enter the cab, place the gear shift in neutral, push the clutch down, and start the engine. Release the clutch and check coolant temperature, oil pressure, it should reach 30 psi in 15 to 30 seconds, the tachometer, the odometer, the air supply pressure gauge, it should show normal pressure, which is no less than 125 pounds per square inch. Check the fuel quantity and the battery charge. Check the functionality of the heater and defroster and the windshield wipers. Check the steering wheel free play. It should be no more than 10% or 2 inches in each direction for a 20-inch steering wheel. Check the city horn and the air horn. Check the free play of all pedals, the gas, the brake, and the clutch. Check the functionality of the turn signals. Check the windshield area for cracks, discoloration, stickers, or anything that would obstruct your vision. Make sure there is free play in the gear stick and the absence of such in an automatic transmission. Adjust your mirrors. Check that your emergency equipment includes the following: a fire extinguisher, rated and charged, 3 reflective triangles, spare fuses if your vehicle is not equipped with a circuit breaker, and flares, which are prohibited when hauling hazardous materials. Check the functionality of the cab heater and the air conditioner. This concludes Step 3, Inside Cab Inspection, and finally Step 7, the 4-point brake check. A good way to remember the order of the procedure is through the acronym PLAB. The first system to be checked is the parking brakes. Make sure the parking brake is on. Engage the clutch and put the gear shift into low gear. Slowly release the clutch. The vehicle should not move. Repeat the whole procedure now in a low rear gear. Slowly release the clutch, and once again the vehicle should attempt to move but not be able to. Next, we check the leakage rate in the brake system. Shut off the engine and turn off the ignition. Release the parking brake by pushing the yellow button in. Watch the air supply pressure gauge. The air loss rate with the engine off and the brakes released should not be more than 3 psi per minute. Push and hold the brake pedal. The air loss rate should not be more than 4 psi per minute with the engine off and the brakes on. Next, we check the low pressure alarm system. Turn the ignition on and keep the engine off. Pump the brake. As the pressure drops to about 60 psi, a warning light and a buzzer should come on. If this happens on the road, you need to immediately stop, park in a safe spot, and fix the problem. And finally, the emergency brakes buttons inspection. Turn off the ignition and continue to pump the brake. As the pressure drops to about 40 psi, the yellow and red buttons should pop out. This indicates that the emergency brakes have come on. This concludes the pre-trip inspection of a combination vehicle. Skills test. Straight back. The vehicle should stay between the yellow lines. When coming back, look into the left rear view mirror. You should see the left rear trailer tire. If it goes out of sight, it means the trailer is drifting to the right. You should turn the steering wheel to the right at 90 degrees, wait until you see the tire again, and then countersteer or turn the steering wheel back to the straight position. If the trailer drifts to the left, you should steer to the left. Alley parking. Your initial position is at about 90 degrees to the dock. You need to park the trailer inside of the spot marked by the cones and then line up the tractor with the trailer. Parallel parking. Your initial position is at about a 45-degree angle to the dock. You need to park the trailer inside of the yellow lines, but end up with the tractor at about a 90-degree angle to the trailer. Right turn. You need to make a right turn around a marked corner as tight as possible. Sometimes you may be asked to stop with the right back tire on the yellow line. This concludes the skills test. Road test. The stop sign. You need to stop before the white line. Right turn. You should make a right turn without turning wide to the left. If you're driving a truck that cannot make a right turn without swinging into another lane, turn wide as you complete the turn. Keep the rear of the vehicle close to the curb. Do not forget to cancel the turn signal after making the turn because they're not canceled automatically. Left turn. If there are two turning lanes, always take the right-hand turn lane. Railroad crossing. When you're hauling hazardous materials, you need to make a complete stop before a railroad crossing, the same as a stop before a stop sign. This completes the road test and concludes this video.